Hey, what's up YouTube? VETOED here. So yesterday I had a really nice comment ask me for, I guess, a tutorial on skill jumps on the Mythic maps. And I was like, why not? I think having good movement in Mythic is probably one of the most important skills to have in that playlist, or that mode I should say. So I'm going to show you guys my top 3 jumps per map. So that way, I'm not going to show you guys every single jump because I don't know every single jump. I haven't made the maps, obviously. I have still a lot to learn. Even until I managed to reach Champion 1 in the playlist, there's still quite a bit of like things I don't know or like just jumps I'm not aware of. So here goes. We're starting up on a map called Vengeance, which is pretty much a very midship inspired map. So you'll see some resemblances here and there. So we'll start off with this right in front of the base. There's a little ledge here, and this is a spring jump. If you don't know how to spring jump, essentially the way it works is that you jump, crouch, and as you hold your crouch obviously as you land, and you want to earn crouch and jump at the same time, and it gives you that little extra height. And you can see like I jump way higher than normal there. So that was a spring jump. Okay, that went really well. That went really fast, and that's jump number 1. Number 2 is for securing rockets. It's not really like anything mind-blowing, but it can save your life definitely. So let's say you're grabbing rockets. You don't want to like jump on this ledge right here and go to like I guess this is the car side of the map. So you can jump on this ledge right here and actually crouch jump up here. So that way you're more in cover. You're not staying out in the open where you can get shot from like the enemy team. So you go to either side of the base. There's a ledge right here or a ledge right here. And all you have to do is crouch jump. And boom. Easy. And obviously there's a classic midship jump right in front of the base. There's a little ledge here. You can crouch jump. And boom, you're inside the base. You need to crouch jump, otherwise you won't make this. But this is probably like one of the most useful jumps in the entire map. Being bottom mid or in front of the bases, it's pretty hard to stay alive. So it's really good to have all those escape routes planned out. And the last one is not really a jump, but I want to let you guys know you can actually stand on this, like in the midship map, I guess. You can stand like D3. This is a pretty nice spot that people tend not to look at, and it's good to stay alive in and put pressure for almost anywhere on the map. And this is also not a jump, but these ledges right here, by the sniper tower, you can actually like
10 seconds.
You can sit right here and hide. Let's say someone's chasing you, you can just stay here and they might actually run past you, or that you can melee in the back. So that's good to know. The game's ending, so gotta go. Alright, up next, we're on front here. I want to show you guys this jump right here. I think this is blue spawn. I'm actually not sure if it's red or blue spawn. I believe it's blue spawn, but this is really useful. Like, you spawn right here as whichever team it is. And obviously, like, the other team spawns on top of the tower right here. And they can pressure you right off the bat. So a jump that's really useful to know is to go right here and jump on this doorway and jump on this ledge right here. And all of a sudden you have like this height advantage a little bit. You can kind of head glitch from here. It's not obviously ideal. You're still pretty exposed to this side. Your flank is pretty exposed, but usually your team's on this side. They can kind of help you focus fire them, and you're a little bit safer. You have extra height to like finish people off. So all you have to do is crouch jump on top of this door, crouch jump again, and boom, you're here. And if you just want to keep going, you're pretty much reaching the sniper right away, which is useful. Number 2 is this really elaborate trick jump in front of the sniper tower, I guess. Or the shouty tower. I want to give a shout out to Mags Dice for showing me this trick jump. It's pretty cool. So once again, we're using the doorway right here. Just crouch jump. You want to stand at the middle, in the center of the doorway, because you can tell like there's a little extra height here. It makes a difference, makes it easier. You want to crouch jump, and you can actually sit on the ledge right here. I'm not sure if you have to hold crouch. I'm still holding it. I'm still crouch. And boom, you can just jump all the way to the sniper right here. You don't have to go all the way around to the portal, or just maybe like take the ladder. This is a really, really good jump. Very useful to know. In general, I'm sure you've noticed that the doorways are really useful on this map. It's very, very much like Lockout back in the day. You can jump in the doorways and do all sorts of fancy stuff. Last but not least, this is like the little, I guess, little elbow flank. This is a portal flank, I guess. So obviously you can jump right here. And once again, there's this little ledge right here. You can be pretty sneaky about it. You can just jump out here and like, boom, drop top of the tower. That's not really like a super elaborate trick jump, but it's good to be aware that this is here. And this is pretty much one of the most useful jumps on the entire map, because people tend to hold down this tower a lot. You know, if you're just like sneaking your way here, they might not see you. So that's very useful to have, especially considering there's no radar usually. This is because I'm using the rumble mode. Usually there's no radar, so it definitely makes a difference to know that jump. Allows you to be pretty sneaky. Essentially on this map, just remember that the doorways are a thing. They exist and you can jump off of them to reach all sorts of locations. Okay, moving on to the next map. Alright, now we're in Goliath, and this map has so many skill jumps that I honestly don't know where to start. But there's this pyramid by the red lights. I'm not too sure what the cutoff for this is, but I just call this pyramid where the hill spawns. You can actually crouch jump on it and then crouch jump again and make it to overshelled. And this is very useful because, as you can tell, the path to Overshield is very risky. It's just like an open bridge. You can get gunned down more than 20 times by the time you make it to Overshield. Up next, I'm going to show you guys a jump that's very useful if you're like bottom mid and you're trying to get all the way up top. This wall with the SMG right here, you can actually jump on the ledge right here, and I'll jump on top of that, and then jump all the way to this window right here. That's another angle to secure Overshield that really helps. And I'm pretty sure there's a hill that spawns here. I'm not too sure. Actually, no, I think the hill spawns inside right here. Spawns at the bottom right here. So it allows you to push the hill from definitely a more secure angle where you can do a lot more pressure without being shot at. And last but not least, I'm going to make you guys aware of something that's really relevant on all this map. But like these lights right here can actually be crouch jump on top of it, and then jump again right away. That's really important. Otherwise you fall. And boom, you can actually like get to all sorts of places using those lights, and they're pretty much like everywhere on the map. So I'll let you guys discover a couple more jumps on your own. And last but not least, I'm gonna give you guys a little bonus that I really like, is in this little room. I think there's a hill in here. You can actually jump on this light as well. And you can jump on pretty much all the lights on this map, but you just hit a little crouch jump and boom, you're up here. And that's another way to contest Overshield pretty easily, or at least rotate to it. Alright, up next we're on Oracle. This map doesn't really have any like skill jumps in itself, I would say. Like it's not really like a, at least I didn't know of, there's no like crazy jumps, but like one that's good to know is that you can actually maneuver around top mid by just jumping on the side like this, so you don't have to like expose yourself to a really obvious angle, really prenatable angle. You can juke people pretty easily. Second, you can stand on this ledge right here, which is kind of like a cool spot to sit in. Offers a lot of juke potential. Sometimes people might just walk straight past you and not notice you, or you can just like kind of juke people. Have this extra height that gives you like a little bit more mobility, so that's good to know about. And last but not least, if you grab the hammer, you're feeling really fancy, you want to impress your friends with a pointless jump that actually does nothing for you, you can jump up here, stabilize, hammer, and then thrust, and boom, all of a sudden you just got the extra height. You can actually sit here and like be in a pretty nerdy spot that people would never expect. So that's one thing that's good to know about. One jump that's also interesting is that you can actually jump up here on the lights and jump on top of the portal. So if you're a filthy camper, you can actually sit up here and be a little nerd and wait till someone walks to the portal and just stop on him and give it a back smack. But other than that, this map doesn't have like a significant amount of skill jumps or anything, unless I'm missing something. I think this map is pretty simple. It's all about your mobility and how you position yourself. Alright, the last map round is Cryptic. Cryptic is a pretty interesting one. There's definitely a lot of skill jumps on here. They're not really like as fancy as you would think. They're pretty low-key. But there's still a couple ones that are good to know about. Number one, starting with this portal. There's this portal right here. You can actually take it and get all the way up top. The place you get is literally right above it, so it's not really like nothing crazy, but it's definitely predictable. If someone's shooting you and you go to a portal, or even if they're watching there from a different angle, or down the lane right here, that faces right the portal. So a jump that's good to know about is to stand on this ledge right here. And once you're on the ledge, you want to crouch jump on top of the portal, as such. And all of a sudden you're like in a definitely a stickier spot. There's some head glitch potential here even. And you're definitely not exposed to this lane right in front of us. So that's a way to get from the portal to top portal without actually taking the portal itself. Number two is this Sentinel Beam room, or the purple beam room, I guess. That's an easier way to call it. I think this room is called Pit, actually, looking at the radar. So what you want to do is literally just crouch jump on top of the side and then crouch jump again. You don't have to crouch jump to land it, but it makes it so like it's a little safer. Last but not least is a jump from bottom gold to top gold. Usually there's a lift right here you can take and get all the way up top. But a much easier thing to do and safer thing to do is to sit in this corner right here and just crouch jump all the way up top, and boom, you made it without going all the way in the lift and just lifting back up and getting it pre-nated or something. And here we are on the last map of the bunch, aka Abyss. This map actually is in Breakout, at least a different version of it. The jumps available in this are definitely different because obviously the jump and the movement is different in this. So one that's really simple is to get on this fin right here, bottom mid, and just crouch jump to the side right here. Allows you to make it to the sniper ledge without being as risky as lifting up, which is pretty predictable, loud, and obvious. So that's a skill jump that's useful to know about because it allows you to contest and make the sniper a little bit harder to obtain for the other team, or just make it easier on yourself, really. So for the second jump, you actually need to spring jump, and you're using the fin once again. I also like to use stabilize to make it a little safer because it's pretty frustrating to mess up because it requires pretty precise timing and you need to hit a spring jump as well. So essentially you want to spring jump off of this, stabilize if you have to, and land on top of the sledge, and then jump again and make it to camo. So it's a pretty elaborate jump, but it's a really surprising one, and very useful to see your camo right off the bat if you're good at spring jumping. So assuming you don't suck and can do it all in one smooth motion, this is what it should look like. Boom, you have camo. This jump is definitely something I would consider a bit show-offy even. It's not really like easy to execute by any means, but if you're somehow a master of spring jumping, then it's very useful for you to have and be aware of. And last but not least, the last jump I'm going to show you guys is using this lift right here. The lift is obviously pretty obvious and pretty like predictable. If you hear someone lift, you almost always know where to pre-nade and where to expect them. So something you can actually do with the lift is just to lift up and like immediately thrust and land on top of this. So I'm gonna try and show you guys what it looks like in a spoof motion. There we go. The most important thing to understand about this is that you should try and aim for this because it sticks out and it's the same height as this. And it's important to know that you have to crouch land it to give you that little extra height to make it. And last but not least, the main thing that's mostly important about this jump is to understand the thrust timing. And that takes a little bit of practice to get down, but once you understand the thrust timing, it all makes a lot of sense. So you just want to thrust pretty much immediately as you lift, land on top of this that's sticking out, and you want to crouch land it. So hold crouch as you jump. Alright, that's pretty much all the jumps I can think of for this map. And in general, maybe I just made up some on the spot, but that's okay. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that was informative and helpful. If it was, please leave a like. And I hope this knowledge becomes useful on your road to the Mythic Mastery. I gotta give a big shout out to the forgers who work on this map and made them as amazing as they are and provided all sorts of skill jumps regardless of limiting the abilities. Big props, well done. Thanks for watching, guys.